What is going on, everyone? Welcome to The Function. If this is your first time stopping by the channel and you're wondering what this is all about, our main goal here is to make sure that every man is functioning to their fullest potential. We're going to be providing plenty of content, plenty of things to help you, to equip you, and just to make sure you go out there and just dominate your society with the right type of behaviors, the right type of habits, the right type of actions so you can function as a better man in our society today. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you share and like this content, and I'll catch you in the next episode. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of The Function. I hope everyone is doing very well today, and happy Monday. Another week, new goals, new start, new beginnings. And we are on part 3 of mental habits. And last week we talked about controlling what you can control. And in today's episode, it's going to be really good. I'm really excited to share this one. And before I get into that, make sure you share this with others. Make sure you subscribe and let me know what you think as well. And today's episode is all about our attitudes. So this morning, I noticed something that really happened out of nowhere. It was really funny because I find it comical now how we can lose our attitude at really any moment. So there's this change going on in my job, and we don't have access to a certain system. And I lost my attitude about it. I got negative. No one saw this, but I realized, wow, what? I just got negative. Oh my goodness. And I just find it funny because, we can easily lose our attitude at any moment. We can go from positive to negative so quickly. And I noticed that, and I was like, wow, man, I got negative, That's okay. Like, our attitudes are going to have their moments where you're going to find yourself complaining, being negative. We don't want to do it too much, right? We want to manage this and get better at it. But it's just interesting how quickly we can be negative and how, vulnerable we are as human beings. I just find it funny now, just thinking back about it and how I just responded right away. And then I had to, check myself. Like, whoa, no bad attitudes. Watch it. I need to be negative. So, but yeah. So, how do we use this in our everyday lives? How can we as men function, and why should we have better attitudes? And before we get to that, let's just define what attitudes means. It means a settled way of thinking or feeling about someone or something, typically one that is reflected in a person's behavior. We can say it like this: point of view, viewpoint, frame of mind. Frame of mind. You think about like frames. That's how I like to think of an attitude, like a frame. Whatever you frame, that will become your design, right? So if you are into, building houses and putting frames on the wall, you want that frame to look good, right? You want everything to be well put together. You want the coloring to be good. You want the shape to be right, So same thing with attitudes. We want to have the right frames. We want to have the right perspectives on things. We want to have the right approach. We don't want to be in this mode of complaining all the time. You want to have a different frame of mind. But we have to change that frame, right? We have to make sure that frame is disciplined, and we have to purposely make sure our attitudes are kept in check, are kept under a positive framework, right? But the only way that can happen is if we live more intentional with our attitudes. If we're, making sure that, hey, like today, I was negative, and it's like, well, I got to fix that. I need to change that right there and then, right? Now, I'm not saying you have to be perfect. I'm just saying you want to make sure that you develop a way where if you become negative, you can turn it around, right? So think of it like a frame of mind. If I design an annoying picture, right? Let's just say I'm annoyed in my head. Guess what? I'm going to be annoyed with other people. I'm going to be on edge, and whatever you say is going to, annoy me more, and then you're going to see it. If I frame money as not having enough or as begging for crumbs and bread, then my attitude towards money will always stump my financial endeavors, my financial intentions, because I'm going to always think of not having enough, right? So if I go that direction, then it's going to reflect in my behaviors, because it says here, attitudes are typically reflected in a person's behavior. If I frame relationships as betrayal, hurt, untrustworthy, well, guess what? I'm not going to be close to a lot of people, won't have a lot of family or friends I can trust. I might end up being a loner, and there'll be walls set up between me and other people. See, it's all about your frame of mind and what your attitude is towards these kind of things in life. And that's everything in life. It can be just your career. What's your attitude about it? It's yourself. What attitude do you have about yourself? What does that frame of mind look like? Do you feel sorry for yourself? Are you beating yourself up? Do you feel inadequate? So you want to make sure you take more control of your attitude. Is it easy? No. Does life get hard? Absolutely. But you want to be intentional. You want to move forward, not backwards. So how can we develop a more positive attitude? How can we get to a place where we don't go down this road where it's dark and I'm just constantly in a bad mood? People call me the Grinch, yada, yada, yada. Well, the first thing we got to do is watch what we consume. We got to watch what we consume. Constantly watching the news, that's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good to watch negative stuff every day, because guess what? You're going to think the world's negative. You're going to think everything's negative. There's going to be no outlook on, hey, there's potential for me to get better. There's potential for me to grow. Because all you're going to see is negative stuff. Someone brings something positive, like, oh, well, the news said this. And it's like, I don't know about that, So turn off the news. Read a book that's educational, helpful, spiritual. Develop a skill. Stay busy. Turn off social media. Turn off that stuff. Turn off the notifications. You don't need to know what's going on 24/7 on CNN and Fox News. Just turn it off. Why is it on? Oh, I got to stay informed. What are you staying informed on? Really, what are you accomplishing? By finding out the latest soap opera? The latest drama? How is that really serving your life, And I didn't say you didn't have to watch the news. I don't really pay much attention to the news because I just don't have time for the negativity. Right? So, why not change your frame of mind, change your viewpoint to something that'll uplift you, that'll help you, that'll bring more fulfillment in your life. Next thing you want to do is evaluate your circle of life. Like Lion King, circle of life. In this instance, your relationships, do you have family or friends who complain 24/7? Are they negative? Do they suck the life out of you? Do you have people who are always playing the victim, blaming everybody else, and not taking responsibility for their own actions? Evaluate your circle of life. Do you have people in your life who just aren't good for you? And maybe you need to set some boundaries. Maybe you need to just cut them off. I don't know what your situation is. But evaluate your circle of life, because I guarantee you there is a direct correlation between your attitude and your relationships. Direct correlation. I can guarantee you that. Next thing you want to do is grab a journal and either write down morning affirmations or listen to morning affirmations. Whatever your preferences. I like to listen to them. And then try to say them out loud before starting your day. Try to just say them. And do that every day in the morning. Before you do anything else, get a routine. A good, solid morning routine. Don't turn on your phone. Don't watch the news. Spend an hour by yourself. Sorry, that was my dog. She wanted to make a noise. Anyways, spend an hour by yourself in the morning with no electronics, no TV, nothing. Just be by yourself. Try it. You get your day started off with positive momentum, and you'll feel productive. Because I tell you, when I start my day with prayer, devotion, I do affirmations, and I eat my breakfast, I feel good. I feel good about my day. Go to bed earlier. I'm not perfect at this, I'm not going to lie. But try to go to bed a little earlier in the night. You're not missing out on what's on TV or, you don't have to be on the phone until 10 o'clock at night with somebody. Have some boundaries. You need your rest. Get that rest. Turn off your phone by 8 or 9 o'clock. Get the rest you need, because you want to be sharp, because you're going to deal with a lot of distractions, a lot of energy that's going to try to suck the life out of you. So get your rest, get what you need there. Watch what you eat. Our foods affect our moods. If you're eating junk, you're going to feel like junk. If you're eating well, you're going to feel well, and that affects your attitude. That affects your frame of mind. So these are just some things you can develop in having a positive attitude. Now, why do we need a positive attitude? Why does a guy need it? First of all, women hate when guys complain. I hate it when guys complain. I don't like it when I do it, because it's a turnoff. It really is. Complaining is just so dumb. It makes no sense. What are you accomplishing when you're complaining? I'll tell you what. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing gets done. Nothing gets solved. Men are problem solvers. That's what we do. We like to solve things. Complaining doesn't solve anything. I know that's hard to receive, but it's the truth. It doesn't solve anything. So, having a good attitude, why is that important? Simple. You get more done. You are a person everyone wants to be around. You don't make people feel uncomfortable or feel on edge or feel that I don't know if I want to share this with them because they're going to have a pretty bad attitude about it. Or I don't want to hang out with them because they're going to victimize themselves, whine, complain, and we're not going to get anything done, right? Nothing's going to get accomplished. So, change your attitude. Change it. Have a different perspective. Have a different mindset about things. And just live more intentional. Because all that bad attitude stuff and negativity, it's not going to help you live intentional. It's going to steal away your joy and your fulfillment in life. It's just not a good path to go down. So the next time you're in traffic, the next time you're behind it in a grocery line, just try to have a better attitude about it. Try to see the positives in everything. And that'll go a long way to helping you when the hard times come, because we're all going to go through things in life. And our attitudes are so important. How we manage them, how we structure things. We got to have the right frame of mind. And if we don't, it's going to hurt us. It's going to harm us a lot. It really will. So, if you find yourself today, struggling in this area, it's okay. I'm not saying we all have it together, because we don't. But if you're going to be functioning as the person you want to be, if you're looking to be that top dog, that man who just gets it done, just goes out and executes, get the attitude in order, because the attitude is going to be a really good mental habit for you to develop. And when the harder times come, when the going gets tough, when things are just out of your control, you can always rely on your attitude. And when you have a positive attitude, it also helps you stay motivated. It helps you persevere. It helps you keep going. I'm not saying you smile every time. No, it's more like, hey, this can still work out. I got this. I can do this. I can overcome this situation. That's being positive. Right? That's positive energy. That's positive momentum. That's the attitude we want. We don't get down. We don't stay down. We get up, right? That's the attitude we need to have. So I hope this helps you guys out. I hope this encourages you. And, I've been enjoying this series with mental habits, and I hope you are too. And I will catch you on the next episode, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. If you enjoyed that episode today, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like and share this content with others. And have a great week. Go function as the people you're capable of. And as the men that you can be. And if you got any questions or anything, just feel free to reach out to me. And have a great, great day.